her voice just so clear,
Yeah.
and there's an innocence about her voice.
Mhm.
The thing that always struck me about her version is that because it is so clear and it's not as quick as most of the other versions that you hear, is that you pay attention to every little syllable
Yes.
and word. And just this simple Jesus y Maria, it just really just tugs at your heart. And I think that her version does that. It's almost as if it's a mother talking about
Mhm.
her children, her family, her loved ones, and not the person that is being sent away. And that's what I think is so touching about her version.
They should play
Yeah.
big speakers, uh, and have it piped into the White House and into Congress right now.
Well,
Yeah, like that would help a bunch of
Right,
sociopaths.
exactly. Right. But no, you're right. She communicates the story
it's
so well.
very
Of
emotionally poignant. To me,
yes,
when I first heard this, it and still does remind me a lot of an old English ballad, which is tragic.
yes,
Frequently, the woman gets pregnant, and either she kills the man or he kills her,
yeah.
or there's a suicide, and that's kind of all in the past. And she takes some of that feeling, but makes it present right now and tomorrow and the day after, and it'll just keep happening. Wake up.
Yeah.
It seems like the message.
And he came up with the poem in 1948, and here
Yeah.
it is, 1926.
Hey, well,
Right. Come
the
on
whole bracero program
now.
was corrupt from the beginning
Yes.
Yeah.
because they got brought over to work in the fruit orchards
Yeah.
first, and they didn't get paid that money. Actually, after they were finished with dealing with the crops and doing the harvest and stuff, that money was then funneled from the United States government back to the Mexican government, who were supposed to, once they shoved them back to their country, on the airplanes, that their own government was supposed to pay them for the work that they did, and
Right.
they didn't. They
Yeah.
never saw a penny of that money. The government kept it. And so these people were working for the equivalent of shoddy room and board, and then treated like animals. And so it was a horrific uh, way to treat people, and it still is. It's a different way they do it now, but it's the end result is the same. You
It's
know, the
effectively slavery.
I,
Yes.
really, and when you look at it too, is that there's a lot of lip service paid to, oh, we have to deal with the illegals that are coming in, yet they turn a blind eye and such, because the very rich people who own the companies that they work for need them. And so it's the hypocrisy of, yeah, since they're working for us, we can do that. And but on we have to mouth that we don't want them here, even though we need them here. It's like, you just kind of throw your hands up and say, they're people. They're people. Remember this. They are people.
And so this is really the spirit of a lot of the 60s music, which was social commentary,
Right.
and which comes from the folk tradition, and they perpetuated it, and people still are writing. And of course, where does Bob Dylan so much of his contribution came from that tradition. And we'll be going to Joni Mitchell next week, and then we'll be going to Bob Dylan. So we're getting some heavy hitters ahead. Um,
Oh, before I forget, Leslie and Liz,
yeah.
I did a whole write up on a lot of stuff with a lot of links to a lot of music that we're never going to be able to cover here. If either or both of you would like to me to forward that to you, I'd be happy to. Just drop your email in the chat, and I'll be happy to send it to you.
Yes, I got that information, and yeah, there was a lot there. We would need 4 or 5 weeks to cover.
I got carried away because I was having so
Oh,
much
hey,
fun.
we love it. We love it. So we put it out there. It's what I'm doing here. This whole experiment that we're doing is very self-fulfilling. Okay, now we're going to go to another Judy Collins song. This is a written by Leonard Cohen, my namesake. People always try to confuse me with him, which they can anytime they want. I don't mind being in his company at all. He also wrote Hallelujah, which is an incredible song. But anyway, this is Suzanne. And I remember in the 60s, this was one of my favorite songs. I was a hippie living in Venice by the beach, and I always had tea and oranges that came from China. And there it was in the lyrics. I loved it. Come on, Susan.